with their old lineup. I say old lineup, it's only a few days old now, on Crossfire, but obviously with two changes coming in, it can have a huge impact on those tactics and how the team play together. So going to keep an eye out and see how it works. Anyway, I'm going to pick up the first round with Zabza, as Distance actually going to pick up first blood onto Elking. They're right out of the blocks. Zabza is trying his best to pick up a frag, but there is heavy smoke down in the middle of the street, and therefore he's not going to be able to see a single thing cross. Still looking up there. Of course, Phantasmagoria are a player behind on defenses. Vythos is pushed very aggressively, but Zabza will get that frag through the wall. Tomsky back onto Enrio, and a grenade will land onto Rapture from Lincoln as he's trying to lurk his way on that B site. Lincoln gets the double this time onto Tomsky, going massive for Phantasmagoria here. And suddenly they have actually alleviated the pressure and elevated themselves to a player up, as just Wellesley and Distant remain. Let's switch over to Ballers. Wellesley is in top light, now pushing out towards the corner, and Distant is on B side. The bomb is actually down on the opposite side of that bin, so he's going to smoke out, try and bait out a couple of grenades, throw a grenade of his own into back of A. That could very well land, but no, it won't, as a grenade comes in onto B as well. And it won't claim the frag here, as Wellesley will take down Lincoln. Distant has been dropped from Vey. 2 versus 1 situation here. And Wellesley, the trialist, has it all to do. There's no smoke down, so he's a sitting duck, and there's Zabza with the scope to finish off the round. First blood to Phantasmagoria. And Lincoln doing them proud there with that double frag. So, briskly jumping into the second round. It's just going to be me tonight, guys. Flying solo. Enzi had he's feeling a bit under the weather, as am I, so if I take a couple pauses to take a drink, you know why. Hopefully Enzi will get better soon. Anyway, Tomsky has picked up the first frag onto Lincoln. Vythos with a nice jump. He's got one. He's looking for his second and will pick it up onto Vey. Great work from him. He's now pushed back into Melons. Before you know, it's a 5v2 situation. Zabza and Enrio all that remain for Fan. And Rio's going to be pushing around the back of A. Zabza around the ruins. Now going to go the same route as Enrio. They could hear that bomb going down as Zabza will pick up that deagle. Rapture got the plant onto B. So definitely the emphasis is on Phantasmagoria pushing forward. 4 players to find. A bomb to defuse with 32 seconds remaining on that timer. It's going to be an uphill struggle here. But Enrio has just picked up a frag of his own onto Distance. Still 3 more to go. Wellesley from Light Room will take down Enrio. Zabza had a chance there. Tries the no-scope. Comes around that corner, but Wellesley picks up his second with the deagle. 1-1 the scoreline now. And that 5v2 situation just proving to be a tiny bit too hard for Phantasmagoria to fight against. Zabza's ping just went huge there. It's like 200 or something. I hope that's not going to stay the case. Okay, it is back down again. But either way, he's going to try and soldier on regardless. He's going to ping up that street once again. Let's have a quick look at Ballers. Vythos once again taking point already in the back end of Melons here, as Lincoln has picked up the first onto Wellesley. And now the cavalry comes into Melons for Vythos. He has the bomb carrier behind him in the form of Rapture. Rapture is going to spray across into top of A. But nothing's really happening as of yet. All Phantasmagoria have to do right now is just sit in deep and do very little. They don't really have to move a muscle, to be fair to them, unless that bomb starts to get planted. They did hear that fake, but Rapture has already pushed back to the backside of Bus. 55 seconds to go. He's going to fake it again, is Rapture. Drawing out a few stray bullets from the opposition, but no grenades have landed just yet. Without smoke, though, it's fairly easy to see Rapture just scurry back, though. So perhaps that's the reason the grenades haven't came, and he is being tagged heavily through the wall, and will get finished off from Vey. So that's going to be 2 players down here for Ballers, and really going to be difficult for them. 30 seconds to go, haven't really committed to anything, as Vey gets a sick wall bang onto Vythos through that wall, through the actual calf wall, into B alley, and that, ladies and gentlemen, will be a clean sweep. 2-1 is the scoreline now to Phantasmagoria. Vey with that AK was pulling rabbits out the hat. That was ridiculous. Anyway, let's have a quick look from Distant from Spawn. Of course, will be the scope for Ballers. Does try a couple shots through smoke. Nothing's going to land just yet. And Rio does pick up that first frag onto Tomsky with the grenade. And Wellesley will return fire onto Lincoln. Zabza back onto Rapture, though. It's literally just back and forth action here. 2 boxes duking out in the centre of the ring. But right now, Phantasmagoria are standing tall, head on points. Ballers still trying to push forward. Seems to be the same tactic as the previous 3 rounds. Kind of go slow into B, fake it a couple times. as Unreal will shut down Wellesley. Wellesley's always been lurking around that light room area, so they must know with Wellesley down, light room is by and large clear. But having said that, Vythos has just pushed down. He's going to look for the frag here onto Zabza, does tag him up fairly heavily. Now going to go onto Calf on another day. That would have been 2 frags, but not today. And Distant now in that 1 versus 3 situation that I'm sure he hates to be in. He's got that bomb, 40 seconds to go. He's got an AK and a scope at his disposal, and he has just seen a player pushing up from Calf, but doesn't manage to land too much. He has been tagged a couple times, but fairly meagre tags at that. Already back up to 100% health, being sprayed out once again from top of A. Can't see the player behind orange car. He's going to look for that frag, does pick it up onto Elking, but Zabza will scope him down from top of A to take this into a 3-1 scoreline. And Phantasmagoria looking strong. I would expect Ballers to try an all-out rush pretty soon, as Vythos has got a beautiful spawn here, but it looks instead that he is going to line up that grenade and play it a tiny bit slower, as Vey will drop the grenade onto Wellesley. Once again, those grenades coming in huge. Vythos very nearly got a frag there onto, I think it was Lincoln, who has pulled back into A building. Tomsky will go into Enrio though. And Vythos really is just playing the waiting game. Now going to push up into A, as Tomsky will take down Lincoln, so definitely an A-focused push this time from the 2 SMGs, trying to make a nuisance of themselves, while Rapture goes for that full plant on the B site. Will he get it though? Vey's going to try wallbanging once again. Rapture will get that bomb down, will get shut down from Elking as he tries to retreat, but the damage could very well have been done. 3v3 situation, bomb is down on B, 35 seconds remaining on that timer, and now Phantasmagoria once again have to push in aggressively. They still got both SMGs in A building, as Tomsky will take down Vey. Zabza's coming out to heavy 5. Vythos finishes him off, and now you're going to have Elking in that 3v1 situation. 20 seconds remaining. I don't fancy his chances. He's making all kinds of noise. He is going to peek round into A. Will he get the frag? No, he won't, as Vythos takes him out. And the SMG partnership of Ballers there going phenomenally well in A, just taking down the A building. And as I said time and time again, get A on attack, and the round is basically yours. So, 3-2. Question is now, are Ballers going to rinse and repeat? They're going to try something different. Both the scopes have exchanged frags there. Wellesley Rapture were the victims, so one of them was actually a team kill, as Distant completely destroyed Rapture there. The bomb has gone down quickly from Vythos, and Distant has tried to make amends for that previous hiccup with a frag onto Lincoln. 4v2 with bomb down. This is doable from Ballers, but it is going to be difficult, especially now that Vythos is now against 4 players on his own. One is on the bomb, needs to be careful. There is going to be one coming from behind here into Melons. He has guessed it's going to be Vey getting tagged, and there's Elking to finish him off as he tries to push out of Melons to stop that defuse coming in from Zabza. Unfortunately, outmanned and outgunned on that situation, and Phantasmagoria once again will reassume that 2-round lead at 4-2. Let's take it away with someone I haven't really followed so far. Let's have a look-see at Enrio. It's going to be AKing for Phantasmagoria, as he is going to try and spray across, stop that quick rotate onto B. He did see an SMG just rushing out there, but didn't manage to even land a tag. So again, what's Ballers' play here? They're going to go fast, they're going to try and really mess around on A, or is it going to be very, very much slow? Looks like it's going to be the latter of those options. Vythos once again is going to be trying to push out of Melons here. He has Rapture next to him with that bomb. They have taken the bomb B every single round, even when both Ballers SMGs rushed that A site. So of course Phantasmagoria are going to be expecting that, as King has picked up the first frag onto Tomsky with about 57 seconds to go, so quite a late frag there on Crossfire. We've seen a lot of scope frags come in, a lot of grenades as well, as Rapture is going to fake. Seems that no one is buying that fake, as no grenades come in, no real wall bangs come in. There we go, as Elking will take down Rapture through that wall. Lincoln's coming under heavy fire, jumps round, nearly finishes off Distant, but Enreal will come in with the frag finally, and that's going to be Wellesley in a 1 versus 4. He was in light room once again, Phantasmagoria knew it, and that's going to be the 5-2 scoreline now. So, let's have a look at Ballers. Let's follow Mr. Tomsky from Spawn. I followed Vythos a couple times, but this time let's have a look at Tomsky. He's lining up the grenades into around Calf, as Vythos will pick up that first kill. And Tomsky's now going to push into A. There's absolutely nobody on A from Phantasmagoria at all. So Tomsky has a clean run at this one, And it seems that Phantasmagoria have basically just sacrificed A, and they're like, we don't need it, we've got too many players in CAF, we can spray across. But of course, the danger you have now is that Tomsky's pushing into A, and he can easily get a crossfire onto CAF. It's going to be very difficult, but he's been spotted from Elking, who's up on the jump there, on the corner by Spawn. So there's me talking about this great plan that Ballers have, and then Elking just goes and completely denies it. And of course, Ballers now are going to have to try and get that bomb down on 53 seconds remaining. There is going to be a play here as Distant drops a +10 grenade at such a critical time, but then Rio's taking this opportunity to go back and get two of his own, just rushes straight into Melons and gets the double. The bomb is down, and now it's a 2 versus 2 situation. 2 +10s, or at least quick double franks there from players in this round. Insane stuff. As Distant is going to go for the fake. And Rio, of course, got that 2-man kill, and he has retreated back into CAF, going to spray into B. And Zabza will drop the grenade, and then Rio comes to pick up the pieces onto Wells, who really did feel that that was perhaps Baller's round to win. As I said, Tomsky got into A very quickly without any resistance whatsoever, but Elking just a bit too good with the coverage, and that's going to be 6-2. Zabza spraying at the street once again. Let's have a look. As Vythos is going to go for the fast plant here. There's a lot of smoke down, enough to choke on. My FPS is getting absolutely pummeled. But Vythos has got that bomb down without a single player dropping. Having said that, Rapture has just been killed from Zabza. But in this kind of situation, 4 versus 5, I think Ballers will be pretty happy here. The bomb is down. Really, the work is for Phantasmagoria to do here. Vythos did see a player pushing into Bial. He did tag him a couple of times. He's now going to look once again. Tags up Faye very heavily, and he's now going to have an onslaught on his hands. Lincoln comes in there. It's back to a 3 versus 3 situation. Wellesley is trying to pick up a kill. Tomsky will finish off Elking though, and they can see that bomb. Bomb is perfectly planted for Lightroom, so they really shouldn't lose this from this position, as Wellesley will take down Lincoln. He will get the second frag. He's shooting at the toenails of, and Rio will pick it up as he ankle bites, and Rio down 6 foot under, and that's going to be 6-3 now. So what can Phantasmagoria do? They're still 6-3 ahead, still definitely in the driver's seat here on defense. Arguably the easiest side is yet to come for them, as Lincoln is going to pick up that first one onto Wells. He gets the second as well onto Tomsky. Very aggressive push here. He's already in Lightroom. Vase finished off Vythos. Rapture will return fire onto Lincoln, halting that onslaught. But I think the damage was done there from Lincoln as he just pushed straight into Lightroom. And it's suddenly a 4 versus 2. Rapture and Distant, last 2 remaining players, of course. They're going to know Rapture's the bomb carrier, and they're going to know he's most likely on this B side, as he has been every single round. As for Distant, they're probably not quite as sure he is the scope, but he had an SMG pushing into A there. And is Rapture going to go for broke? Well, I thought for a second he's going to try the full plant, but not to be. Pulled back into bus and got eviscerated. So 7-3 the scoreline now. And this is normally the time when I would ask Enzi what can Ballers do from this position. But I think realistically they just need to be a bit more aggressive and try something new. When they pushed A, both SMGs, it worked for them. And they seem to be a bit stale at the moment with this constant B push. Maybe mix it up, guys. Maybe try and just rush through A once again as he did before. He had great success with that. But Vythos has that bomb and he's on banana boxes. There is going to be a player behind him in B alley as 3 franks have came out. And Ballers are on the upper hand right now. But Elking has gone into Rapture. So bomb will be down once again. In fact, no, it won't be, because Vythos had it before. My apologies. But either way, they know that is definitely a player on B. Less that they have to worry about. Wellesley, once again, on this A side, is going to try and make a nuisance of himself, jumping up onto the chair. There was actually a player just peeking around that corner. I think it was Zabza. Indeed it was. So the R700 wielding Frenchman is going to try and pick up something special. He's been on real fire lately, and what about that for a reaction shot onto Wells? He just absolutely nails him as soon as he comes around that corner. But actually a player has pushed into A. Well, Tomsky, as that frag went down, Tomsky took the opportunity to push in. He's picked up one onto Zabza. There is another player at top of ASN, Rio, who's like, huh? What just happened? And he's now looking at the stairs, and Rio is now going to ping his way across to B, heavily tagging up a player. I think that was Vythos, and Tomsky's been down from Elking. 15 seconds to go. Can Vythos pick this one up? He's pulled out the deagle, does try to take up Enrio, will finish off Elking, so 1 versus 1, 8 seconds to go, he has to go for this plan. Enrio is going to kind of just peek around there and try and get the kill, as Vythos does get that plant down. So there's a real chance of Vythos picking up this 1v2 clutch now. Enrio still on top of A, and Vythos playing the correct way here. He's going to sit in keen and just wait for Enrio to make a move here. 28 seconds on that timer. Vythos, of course, did get the plant down. He's going to know exactly where it is, and he's going to know exactly how to defend this. This is going to be a fake from Enrio. Vythos seems to realise that. Isn't even going to check. This is going to be the real, and Vythos knows it. He's going to come round now. Can Enrio get this defuse? The answer is no, as Vythos picks up the 1v2 clutch. Could be so important in this matchup, and if they can win the next round and bring it back to a 5-7, it's definitely game still on here. But Phantasmagoria is still ahead. So, let's have a quick switch over. Player that caught my eye was Elking, as he's very aggressively pushing up here into light, but he's actually got a +10. Or did he? Because on my screen that looked like Elking killed Vythos twice with a grenade, or is that just bugging? I'm really confused right now. And now it looks like he just got another +10. But I think he actually did just get a +10. I'm really confused, guys. Maybe someone can explain if that's just my computer, or if that happened on stream as well. But apparently Elking is going huge this round, and I have no idea what's going on. Say again, Lee. Yeah, he's just saying Distant pulled off a really sick shot, but Distant has now been taken down. But Lee, did you see that as well, that Elking apparently naded Vythos twice? Okay, apparently he had 3 kills, not 4, as apparently my kind of Promod said, so it's lying to me. Lovely. But thanks for straightening that out, Lee. The scoreline is going to be 8-4 at half-time. Just bring up the scoreboard. You can see Zabza's top fragging with 13, Elking 12, and Rio and Lincoln both with 10, and Vey on 5. So pretty much even stuff apart from Vey there. Everyone's sharing the burden. Rapture has only got 1 frag for Ballers, but have to be fair to him, he was the bomb carrier for most of those rounds. So that can definitely be one of the reasons why his score isn't exactly looking too pretty right now. As Lincoln is going to push down into light. Is he going to get this frag? He's heavily tagging. Tomsky does finish him off, and then Rio dropped the grenade onto Rapture just beforehand. So strong attack, looking like it's going to be a relatively easy round for Phantasmagoria, especially as Elking's picked up an SMG frag with on to Vythos, and suddenly Wellesley and Distant remain. How long will Distant survive for? Not very long, as Lincoln will take him down. Elking comes in with his second frag, so just massive play from the SMGs for Phantasmagoria. 4 frags between them in that round, and very quick 9-4 lead. Let's have a quick look from the perspective of Ballers. They're going to have 3 players in camp as the Grenaders came in and got 2 there. I saw that bouncing over Vythos' head, and they'll take down Wellesley and Distant as well. Elking just pushes straight into Bialy behind Vythos. Comfortable kill in the end, especially as 2 players died in CAF. That's definitely what you'd call exposing the weakness. And before you know it, Zabs has picked up the final kill. 10-4 the scoreline already. And I think it's going to be pretty much curtains for Ballers here, unless they start to stage a comeback right here, right now. I'm seeing the smokes going out from Ballers, so obviously they want to stop the scope shots coming into CAF. But it doesn't seem to matter if Zabza is going to pick up that first. Tomsky's been down from Enrio. The woes continue for Ballers here. Their attack was fairly decent, but their defense seems to be crumbling in front of our eyes. And Rio's being heavily tagged over as Elking will shut down Vythos. Lincoln's been down from Rapture. 5 versus 1 once again. Wellesley in CAF is going to try and do what he can. He has picked up 1, very nearly got a +10. As he saw another player drop down. I think that must have been Elking and Bialy. And it's going to... Well, I was about to say it's going to be impressive if you can pull this off, but it's not going to happen, as the 11-4 scoreline will come in, and easy peasy springs to mind. I mean, Ballers are a really good team, but Phantasmagoria, with these 2 changes in players, to be honest with them, they're looking really, really strong. As Lincoln's going to pick up that first kill onto Tomsky, and as good as Robons and Katana were, I mean, it's looking strong for them right now. I don't want to say, is this change-up going to be better or worse than right now? You can't really gauge that off one match. But the first signs are looking good as Distant will go back onto Vey. And Vythos is going to try and make something happen from Calf. He's going to spray through that door. We saw, I think it was Vey do that earlier, and he actually got a frag through there onto Vythos. So Vythos obviously feeling like it's a decent spot, but Ballers are now a player behind. As Distant will deagle down Lincoln as he's trying to drop down those stairs. Looks for his second kill, very, very nearly gets it. And Elking's actually going to come up with a +10 onto Vythos and Wellesley. The bomb is going to go down, but then Rio easily taking down Distant. And I really can't see Ballers pulling back the next 8 rounds in a row. I think this is definitely Phantasmagoria's game. And to be honest, it has been since this half started. Because there was no let-up from the Phantasmagoria team here. Again, let's have a look at Lincoln. He's definitely the furthest forward player, but he has been dropped from Rapture's grenade. As Amps has also been dropped, and Rio comes back with a double frag of his own, headshot and frag grenade down. Tomsky's calling the GG out here as Rio's completely uncontested on the A side. And really now it's down to Ballers. Can they fend off this attack from Phantasmagoria? Vey has the bomb back in spawn building. Elking is just outside of Lightroom, and Rio is prowling around A. And if you look at Ballers, very, very deep defense here. Vythos is on the corner. Wellesley's in Calf, and he has picked up a nice kill onto Enrio. And then you got Distant lining up that grenade into B. Going to be no one home. Both of these Phantasmagoria players are on the A side, so that grenade is not going to affect either of them in the slightest. As Elking's now going to push down, has seen Vythos pushing around that corner, picks up one, picks up a second onto Vey as well. Great round from Ballers, but they're going to have to rinse and repeat 7 more times. Otherwise this is going to be a comfortable win for Phantasmagoria, who will progress through to the 4th round of the Sapphire Cup. But let's have a look. Who is the furthest forward player? It's going to be Tomsky by far. By an absolute mile here as he's pushed into A already. Distant will pick up the first frag. Tomsky did just see a player jump down, and so unfortunate that he did unleash that grenade as Lincoln will come round. The bomb has been planted. Lincoln gets a beautiful deagle headshot onto Rapture. It's going to be a 4v3 with the bomb down here. And let's have a switch over to Ballers. Can they pick up this round? Probably not. But Wellesley has picked up that kill onto Lincoln. Vythos is trying to push into B here as he knows there's a player behind the counter. Is he going to go for this frag? He's jumping around the corner there as Elking will take him down. Now going to be a 3 versus 1, and Zabza with the comfortable frag at the end. 13-5 is going to be the scoreline. Congratulations to Phantasmagoria, who